Speak through me, ancestors. Speak through me. Jimmy Kato was an African warrior who refused to be a slave. Back then, enslaved Africans knew who they were, and they did everything they needed to do. Ran to the hills, burned the house down, anything they had to do to not believe that they were slaves. I pretend to be a Catholic, but Ifa's what I practice. If we truly share the God, then why would they attack us? My captors speak Portuguese, I understand the language. I vow to never speak it, cause it represents my anguish. Months on the slave ship, weeks on an island, still haven't broke the warrior spirit I'm disguising. My people call me J-May, others call me Kato. They call the river Stono. They say that if you follow, that you could find Uhuru, the end of all your sorrow. A whisper in my ear,
we burn Massa House tomorrow.
Congo yetu, yumbane kwa roho zetu, nili pikana kume, kwa Uhuru wetu.
Asante, my descendants, will you make my spirit welcome? The spear was my tool, but my culture was my weapon. Please repeat my story, cause I will not live to tell one. I achieved my glory when I heard them yell rebellion. Asante, my descendants, will you make my spirit welcome? The gun was my tool, but my culture was my weapon. Please repeat my story, cause I will not live to tell one. I achieved my glory when I heard them yell rebellion.
For us, freedom was 200 miles away at Fort Mose. We just got across the bay when at night, forcing the fight where they lay, the fright, knowing they might not see the day. We were strong, some of our own we had to slay. They were wrong, spiritually gone and led us straight. I want my throne, this was never my home. That's far away, I'm not alone. Spread out the bones and got our shade at the dock. They tell us to stop, we face to face if we escape. I know they too scared to give a chase. I put Chumo in the ground, fed blood go down my face. Cold water, swim daughter, try to keep the pace.
Asante, my descendants, will you make my spirit welcome? The spear was my tool, but my culture was my weapon. Please repeat my story, cause I will not live to tell one. I achieved my glory when I heard them yell rebellion. Asante, my descendants, will you make my spirit welcome? The gun was my tool, but my culture was my weapon. Please repeat my story, cause I will not live to tell one. I achieved my glory when I heard them yell rebellion. Rebellion.
Yeah, it's still a lot of debate about who we are. Cats arguing, we ain't African, we ain't black, we ain't this, we ain't that. Man, truth is, we all of that. Cause all of that come from us, you know what I'm saying? It's all about where you gon' fit in. Yeah. Yo, what's your name? You an African, an American, or an Israelite? Black or more, Muhammad or a provocateur, what the business like? You Malcolm X, my enemies. Chief Turner, Dr. King, keep a burner, you repeat. Look at me, who you see? I'm garbage when I rap a bar. Every line is a black star. I'm masterful cause I understand who these crackers are. Nat Turner's my avatar, my attitude so desolate. I'm a mocking dog, these motherfuckers. Dr. Cotton, these Europeans know what I mean. I'm Farrakhan, never will I run. Robert Williams, nigga with a gun. George and Jonathan Jackson, Dr. Yosef Ben, Yakinan, show and prove like Dr. Clark. I'm a goon cause I got the heart. I'm Dubois cause I'm hella smart. I'm Denzel cause I got the part. I'm Bianchi, Sutton Kufu, Mansa Musa, Shaka Zulu. I'm with Mia, I'm with Tulu. If I was Jesus, what would you do? I'm a Negro and I'm colored. I'm your nigga and your brother. Yeah, I kill you, but I love you. Accept your own and reject the other. What's your name?
What's your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where is your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you a gun?
What's your name? It's the Chigaboo, it's the Porsche Monkey, it's the Sambo, it's the Oreo, maybe Revolution is just too much for the handle. I ain't carrying no scandal. I ain't scary, got ammo. Harry Tuck with a candle. Time to pick up the mantle. I'm a son to I and Queen of Zinga, Nefertiti and Queen Amina, Hatshepsut and the Queen of Sheba. She thinks she God, please believe her. Name is Osada, great escape. Angela Davis, feet safe. When the Mandela refuse to break, I'm anime, refuse to cake. I see straight through cause I'm late today. Miss Fanny Lou, I got things to say. Miss Shirley Chisholm, I paved the way. The homie queen came to slay. Better Shabazz, I mean my Malcolm. Black love is the only outcome. I won't stop until y'all have some. I might set this shit gon' happen. I'm on shoot, come bless the altar. I'm Niria, I bless Walter. I'm on Lacuna, I drive my daughter. I'm Oya, I cannot falter. I'm the one to give birth to stars. Masterful, how I work these bars. Series B to the earth to Mars. KOS, reverse the stars. Show now.
And why don't you now know what your meaning was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where is your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you as dumb as you are right now?
Family. If you're in or near Columbia, South Carolina, you've got to visit the House of Hathor, located at 6319 North Main Street. Open Tuesday through Saturday, it's your one-stop shop for African clothing, African masks, natural soaps, incense, candles, jewelry, and more. Plus, they've got a beautiful event space. Owned and operated by Baba Rutaski and Mama Neterma Canute. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the culture. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the movement. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the people.
The Uhuru Academy overall is an amazing school from the teacher to the students. Is a place where kids can build their confidence and learn how to write, read, type, all of that good stuff. We learn our history here. We honor our ancestors, so we learn about who we are and where we come from, and I really enjoy this about this school. And like everybody's pretty much saying, it's a safe space, and we can always be able to feel like we can open up to our classmates and our teachers. So that's what I love.
I love the environment and that they promote not being afraid to ask for help.
Something positive about the Uhuru Academy is this is a safe space and you can be able to say whatever you want to say without being embarrassed, just like how Amani said. I've been able to sometimes I can be shy talking around people, but y'all have taught me not to be shy and everything. This is a very good school. The part that I love about this is when we do ancestor reverence and African history.
I think this is the greatest school I've ever went to because you teach me about my history, and at the other schools they never taught me one thing about my history. They just taught the only black people they talked about at my other schools were Carter G. Woodson, Martin Luther King, and I think that's it. So you guys helped me learn my true history.
Ooh, you ain't ready.
I'm different. You told me to go see
Smack it and smack it. God. Y'all, we laughing. Okay. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Yo, y'all see Nkoyo Binah's business card right there. Nkoyo Binah Ojwo, founder, CEO, life at uhurumama.com. If you're looking for a midwife, someone to give prenatal, postnatal, postpartum care. You right here. What you do?
fertility, any maternal. You put me on the spot like that.
It got to be ready because you stay ready, keep them getting ready.
me out here. You was doing good. See, you know, I forgot now. But yes, any fertility help, anything with feminine care, women's care, womb care. I have the resources for all those things.
I say, all right then. Support Uhuru Mama. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Here we go. Welcome to He Say, She Say, where we take what she say, then what he say, and try to figure out what we say. Cause black love is black power. Yeah. He Say, She Say with Baba Amin and Mom Nkoyo is brought to you by the Uhuru Academy. Let's go.
Black F-A-M-I-L-Y. Can't nobody stop us when we all held high. So go Baba, go Watoto, go yay yay. It's your Earth Day. Black F-A.
I bet you can hear me now. Hold up. I bet you can hear me now. Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Thank you, Baba. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? All right then. You know, so many bells and whistles going on up in here, but I bet you can hear me now. How y'all feeling? Can y'all hear me? Let me know in the chat.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
It's a delay, so they gonna be able to let me know in just a second.
Minute.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm getting to read it right here. Yes. Boom. There it is. You know what I'm saying? We in this thing. Again, like I was saying, you know, shout out to the Uhuru Academy. Shout out to UASC International. I see my sister Kendra Washington Sutton in the house. You know what I'm saying? And the whole Washington family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Baba Rataski and Mama Neterma. You know what I'm saying? The House of Hathor in the house. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saw the commercial. Definitely get to 6319 North Main Street when you're in Columbia, surrounding areas, and check out the House of Hathor. Then, of course, the Uhuru Academy. Go to uhuruacademy.com or uhuruacademy.org. Learn more about the world's most exciting African-centered school. You know what I'm saying? The Uhuru Academy. Just finished our 15th year.
Yes, we did. Man,
You know
that's
what
a
I'm
big
saying?
thing.
Yeah,
Woo,
just finished our
woo.
15th year. You know what I'm saying? You know, light work. You know what I'm saying? Just
After we done it, it's night work.
I'm lying. Ain't nothing light about this work, right? Ain't nothing light about this work, man. But we are eternally grateful to the Creator, to the ancestors, and to the community. You know what I'm saying? For stepping up and being there for us and being there with us and supporting us through all the years from when we was in the back of the alternative school, and then we was in the church. You know, then the hood gave us a house, and when we was in Stop 6, and all the incarnations of Uhuru in Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? Growing the program. You know, shout out to the Prince family in Houston. It was great going down there, starting the Prince Circle of Legends Academy down there in 2017. And of course, the Washington family, who we've been working with since 2014 in the establishment of UASC International here in Columbia, which brought us to Columbia in 2019. You know what I'm saying? And congratulations on them, because they just rocked out with their 10th year. You know what I'm saying? They just rocked out their 10th year. And I'm just gonna brag a little bit. I think I'm a cold consultant. You know what I'm saying? Got relationships with schools that's 10 years old. That ain't bad, baby. We all right.
Not at all. Not at all. We do this.
I say.
We true to this.
I say. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ebony Noir. You know what I'm saying? Long time Uhuru Academy online parent. You know what I'm saying? Peace to you. You know what I'm saying? Peace to Sean Gales, Uhuru Academy instructor. You know, Gales, I'm rocking my conscious ingenuity tonight. My UACI tonight. I'm rocking my UACI STEM camp. We got that going on right now. 50 students from across the country, you know what I'm saying? Getting African history from the Uhuru Academy, and then STEM skills from Conscious Ingenuity. You know, shout out to Dr. Oya Mayat, you know what I'm saying? Morgan State University. Shout out to Dr. Kevin Carnegie and the CAP Center, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Seamless Center out at Morgan State for all the support that we getting. You can bring a UACI STEM camp to your community, you know what I'm saying? So definitely get with us, you know what I'm saying? Let's put it together, let's get it together, and let's teach our babies the best of STEM and the best of our story at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm a walking commercial, baby, because we got a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, that's why I just sit here like, yep, I be your hype woman. Yes.
Yes, well, you got to hype it up. You got to,
you got it.
You know, you kind of
walking,
being pretty, being beautiful, and strong and emanating all that essence. That's why we call you Ebony Essence. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, y'all, a lot going on. Make sure you out here supporting local Black-owned businesses, supporting people who support the community. You know what I'm saying? Get active, man.
I got caught up looking at them pictures. No, I'm ADHD. I was like, ooh.
Right. You know, yeah, because, you know, Juneteenth for us is a week-long celebration.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? It's a week-long celebration. You know what I'm saying? No, we don't. No, we ain't gonna do nothing light. Ain't nothing light going down. And so we just scrolling through a bunch of pictures up here, you know. But I'm not gonna show all of them because people ain't gave me permission to show their face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if I find some good crowd pics from, let me see.
But if it's on the website, they already given you permission.
Yeah, but it's not on the website.
Okay.
Yeah, these aren't on the website. Yeah. But you know, we had the mental health check at the mental health workshop at the House of Hathor. Yes. We had the youth literacy workshop at Latimer Manor. Yes. Then we had the small business workshop over on Busby Street. You know what I'm saying? Then we had the Juneteenth cash mob at the House of Hathor on the 19th, you know what I'm saying? Then the 3-on-3 Juneteenth basketball tournament at the I don't know why I said after, like I was gonna remember the name of that church, that rec center. Right, on Friday had the 3-on-3, and then Saturday the main event was off the chain. You know what I'm saying? The Juneteenth, South Carolina Juneteenth Freedom Fest, downtown Columbia. You know what I'm saying? Just an amazing event. And the folks came out.
Yes, it did.
Right?
Yes,
when I tell y'all the people came out, but I can show you better than I can tell you. And I want to shout out to Undying Expressions photography. You know what I'm saying? That's who came out and did the photography for us. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just gonna add a quick overlay here.
He took some great pics. He had a great eye for catching the essence of the events.
Yeah.
And man, dopeness.
Yeah,
we
he
appreciate
did his thing. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just putting my screen up right here, babe.
Okay.
And you know, we're just gonna scroll through. You had the parade, then you had the festival itself. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to our founders, Jamal and Carmen Bradley. You know what I'm saying? You know, congratulations on the 9th year. We've had the honor of being involved the past couple of years. I'm honored to be the board president, but I'm just letting y'all peep out some of these pictures. Look at that.
Dope.
Look at the parade.
Dope.
The fire trucks came out. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was us, but that's a big Cadillac. We got the little, that's not us right there.
Us.
Not yet. You know what I'm saying? We got.
We had the cars in the show.
Yeah, the car clubs came out. Like people, man, come on now. Look at Mama G. Y'all, she know how to use that.
Yes,
this lady is not cosplaying.
No.
Okay, she is the actual superhero in the picture.
Come on now.
In real life.
Come
you know
on
what I'm saying?
now.
Shout out to one of our great elders here, Mama G, out of doing a thing, still working with young people.
Man.
Working with young people, teaching martial art, the martial sciences, the African martial sciences. Man, we came out here and started meeting 70-year-olds that can swing swords. I'm like, man, this is different. Texas ain't like that. Texas ain't like that. They built different out here, y'all. They built different. Our elders out here swinging knives and swords, experts. You know, look at the beautiful people coming out. The RBG flag, you know, that's going to make an appearance.
Always.
You know, a lot of people get mad at Juneteenth because people be rocking up the RBG flag. But that's one of our flags. Y'all just got to deal with that. And this elder right here be at everything.
Everything.
Right? They call him Machine Man. right? I didn't know that till I ran into him.
He
that
looked
day,
like he
know.
moved like a
Yeah,
machine.
yeah. He come out, he gonna move and vibe. Very clairvoyant and very intelligent brother too. Had a chance to talk to him, but he gonna come out. He come out and he gonna vibe and move and I just feel like he be emanating that energy. You know what I'm saying? When he come through. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He built. He make a
look at all American farm.
Proud.
You know, hollering, black farmers. Shout out to all black farmers out there. You know what I'm saying? They were represented. The parade was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? The parade was beautiful. My sister Kiwan up there in the upper right hand corner,
greeting
secretary
everybody
of the South Carolina Juneteenth Freedom Fest. You know what I'm saying? You see Baba Rutaski right there, opening it up with the libations with Jamal next to him. You know, we always open up with libations at the South Carolina Juneteenth Freedom Fest. Y'all see how we blend in our culture in like our ancient past with our not so distant past, with our present. We recognize where we come from, and that's what I love about how we do Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? We're not afraid to say that we're Africans. We're not afraid to bring in those elements of our culture. And I love that. And we do it unapologetically. What you doing?
I was about to say, what's that sax player back there? It looked like he's playing the saxophone or something. Like he had an instrument. Right here.
Where?
You in the background, bro, Rutaski.
That's
playing
me.
an instrument?
Yeah, I got that mic. I'm like, I'm talking about testing. 1, 2, 3. You know, we got to keep it together. A lot of stuff going down. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff happening. But I just wanted to scroll through again, recognizing undying expressions. You know what I'm saying? Who is that right there?
Who is that woman?
Women. You got black and white shots and you know what I'm saying? Look at Uhuru. What's y'all new name? Uhuru. Cultural expressions of Uhuru. Cultural expressions of Uhuru opened up for us and got out there on the drums and the dancing. Shout out to Iyakiante, Lashea. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who the bald woman is. You know,
just
she fine, baby. She's gotta get mad at me.
A gorgeous.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there go Baba Gerald right there. You know what I'm saying? And you know, our great host that came through. You know what I'm saying? Our brother Akatunde. You know, and what's my sister? My sister.
I forget all the time. I just love her.
I know her name.
She is the dope.
Just you put her name in the chat. She's the best ever. She's gonna kill me too. All right, she's gonna kill me. All right then. All right, but it's but we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving. She did her thing, man.
Yes,
she did her thing. She been on TV. She famous. I got her name.
I'm
just tripping right now. No, I've been on for years.
I said she's a news anchor.
We're gonna come back. But got cultural expressions doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And boy, some black people out here in Colombia.
Man,
like y'all some dark-skinned Africans out here. Dark-skinned, beautiful
he
Africans.
Fits right in.
I do. I fit right in. I found my tribe. I found my tribe out here. I said, oh, man, I came out here. Everybody black. Look at that brother that cap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody black out here, boy. Chocolate skin is in SC. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sierra Artemis. That's Sierra Artemis. Shout out to Sierra Artemis, the queen. You know what I'm saying? Doing her thing. You know, loving it. Look at Machine Man still dancing. I'm talking about it's the heat of the day. That's why they call him Machine Man. He don't get tired. You know what I'm saying? He don't get tired. He do his thing, right? He told me he had a strict diet. What was Rutaski? Pork and beans and cornbread, something like that. But it's something like he eat like 2 things, you know. But look, we had the talent came out. Man, it was cool. I want to get to some of these crowd shots because we could do this all night, but I want to get to some of these crowd shots. Oh, shout out Youth Leadership Awards. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out to Nail Tech LLC, and I want to also shout out to Mobe too. You know what I'm saying? For sponsoring, co-sponsoring the Juneteenth Youth Leadership Awards. That was so cool, honoring them babies on the stage like that, man. That's what that was. Man, we had a great time. I'm gonna show y'all how that crowd started swelling.
Look at that.
Y'all see that?
Man.
Y'all see how that crowd started swelling. Let me see if I can do that. Boom.
That's dope.
Yeah.
They jamming
they jamming too. By the time we was line dancing, it was on out there. This is the heat of the day. This ain't later on. This the heat of the day right here. You know what I'm saying? And so shout out definitely to everybody, to the city for coming out. Wasn't an argument that day. Everything was peaceful. Dope. Everything was live.
That's the only way we know how to do it.
Yeah, okay, he confirmed Machine Man has a strict diet of pork and beans and cornbread.
Man.
Okay, that's the strict diet of pork and beans and cornbread. He says that's all he eats. And he said the doctor told him.
Oh,
He say his doctor told him just eat.
He got him a black woman doctor that's in the coma.
Yeah. Eat pork and beans. Yeah. This doctor might be Miss Lulu.
Miss Lulu.
Yeah, Miss Pearl. Miss Pearl told him, "Boy, all you need is pork and beans and cornbread."
Come on, and it's worked. He got it.
He out there doing his thing. Yeah, he say he be beating the women off with a stick.
Oh shoot!
That's what he told me.
I believe that's why I say he giving the women a hard time in his age range.
You know what I'm saying? Let me hit that go live so that Instagram can go live too.
Oh, that's
dope. I be doing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
And then shout out to our families at Uhuru Academy online. You know what I'm saying? Had our graduation ceremony at Sunchild Farms. Shout out to Sunchild Farms. Sunchildfarms.com. Y'all go check them out. Beautiful space. You know what I'm saying?
50 acres.
Over 50 acres. Black owned land. You know what I'm saying? And you know, shout out to Ronan. Is it Ronan? What did I say? Ronan 2?
Ronan B2.
Yeah, Ronan B2 photography. You know what I'm saying? Doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just loving it. I'm loving these pictures.
We had families
came
Ghana.
out. Yeah, families came from all over the country, all over the world. You know what I'm saying? To celebrate with the Uhuru Academy. I can show you better than I can tell you, y'all. Just in case you ain't seen nobody honor a black youth today. I'm just going to show you that picture.
Come on.
Just in case you ain't seen a black youth get honored today for just being who they are. Let me show you that picture, right? Let me show you that picture, okay? All right. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what it is. That's what it's all about. We about that action. I just wanted to show that right quick, babe.
Good black news. Look at
black news. That young, handsome young brother right there, man. Shout out to the Dixons.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Dixon
family.
One
of our international families.
Yeah, one of our international families, y'all. Man, I love how we love black folk. I love how we love black folk.
Really well.
Yeah, I do. I love how we do it. I love how the creators blessed us to put in this work and impactful work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tonight we want to talk a little bit about Juneteenth and July 4th. Right. And I want to shout out to Cynthia Hardy. If you got a chance to look at Watch Fox tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
I'll be on there along with Bobby Rutasky, a couple other great brothers going to be on there. And we're talking about why black folks seem to be leaning towards Juneteenth and away from July 4th.
Why you think that is?
Juneteenth is better, number one.
Of course.
Right. Juneteenth is proven to be better. And we're in the story of Juneteenth.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, shit. Our role in the story of July 4th, 1776 is not a favorable role.
No, absolutely not. Because we had no role except that of the work.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, enslavement. You know? That sort of thing, right? And it don't mean that black folks are starting to hate America. It's just that I think, for me, it's just that people are saying, okay, the July 4th ain't really that relevant to me.
Right.
Because our fight for freedom was totally different.
Absolutely.
And they didn't win. America didn't win its independence. Talking about, okay, us first, and then eventually we're gonna let black people go. That's not what happened.
Right. I mean, even our ancestors, Frederick Douglass, well, and then he's one of the favorable Negroes that they love to call on but he called them out, let them know and let people know we are not. This is not for us.
Right. 1854 gave that lecture.
Yes,
what to the Negroes the 4th of July. Because they was practicing it back then.
Yes,
they were saying that you always celebrate your nation's independence.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
natural.
Imagine being in the 1700s, 1800s. They're celebrating their independence. You bringing them the food.
Right.
You're the entertainment. All that. And at the same time, you're property. You're not even recognized as a human being. You know what I'm saying? So for the first 80 some odd years of it being celebrated, we weren't even recognized as humans.
At all.
Right?
Right.
And then the next 80, we was fighting to be humans and jumping into Jim Crow, all that kind of stuff. So it's always been this thing where, black people love the United States, but at the same time, even the black folks who love the United States have to be honest about our relationship with the United States.
And just if you look at history and you put us at the center of that historical moment, where were we? We were not in that equation. So just as a human person, you're gonna try to find yourself. You want to celebrate something. You want to find yourself in that situation. Why am I celebrating this? What does this have to do? Was this a good thing for me to be? Do I need to commemorate this? Was it good? No. So why, and really, that's just, that's the factual and historical. But we love Black people. We love anytime, and because of the stance or the position we were in during that time, we, people want to down Black folks for honoring. I mean, or not honoring for participating, but we really just participate because that was a day off. That was the day we could be with our family and have a good time and eat. And so we still do that. We carry that. This is just another day for us to get together and be with our family and pop some firecrackers without
being at the other end of the
thank you, the part.
Right.
That
yeah,
part.
Yeah, and I think too, babe, that definitely that time to be off. But I think a lot of times Black people, we celebrate our idea of America. A lot of Black people celebrate what America, the promise of America, not America itself. Like it's almost like if we celebrate hard enough, it'll actually become what we imagine it being.
I agree. You have a
what I'm
sector
saying?
of those, but I think I honestly believe, because I just and you grew up with as well. Who in your neighborhood, around your town, you celebrating 4th of July? Say yes, we free.
I always see some Black people in the 4th of July short scenes.
Well, I was in the short sets, but my grandma put me in them. But that didn't mean that we was
on the red, white, blue short sets.
That was because they was on sale at Kmart. There was a nice outfit. I needed a little jumper.
I saw a brother in it today. I'm like, man, it's the 5th. He still had his short set on. Had that eagle going across that chest like that, walking his chair into the stove. I said, my boy got his 4th of July short set on.
It was just something to do. On every holiday, you're gonna get I knew I was gonna get a new outfit just because it was a holiday.
Well, that's an honoring thing.
But but it was I think that is an unintentional thing. I think we're not saying I revere my country. I'm happy about this time. I'm celebrating with those who fought for us. That's not what we're doing.
The majority of us don't know. I think there's an awakening going on now.
Right now, absolutely.
Because of the information and stuff that's out there.
Yes.
But for the most of our life, the majority of Black folks not only celebrated the 4th because it was a holiday, it was celebrating America too. Yeah,
I just know, and not mine.
This is what the average Black person say. Yeah, we had slavery and stuff, but it's better than what it was in Africa, and don't have no idea what was going on in Africa. We don't say that.
This
is the best place in the world. Go somewhere else.
Well, they say that. I've heard that, but I'm just saying on that day that wasn't a major factor.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, of course,
my opinion.
I agree that both Black folk gonna celebrate a day off regardless. I mean, like, look how many people started celebrating Juneteenth only after it became a day off.
That part.
Because we used to get clowns. We've been celebrating Juneteenth our whole life. When we start, every time we talk to somebody that ain't from Texas, they clowning.
Y'all was late getting the news.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all ain't even got a day when y'all celebrate. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Y'all still celebrate 4th of July.
So people was clowning. But at the same time,
hey, nieces to pieces.
Hey, my niece. But soon became a federal holiday and a day off. Now it's boom. But I love that we got a day that we celebrate Black freedom. That's just an opportunity for me to get out there and teach.
Yes, Sean, we just were talking about the Black folks celebrating that are still celebrating. Well, Baba brought up the point that more Black people are moving from celebrating 4th of July and celebrating Juneteenth, and we were just talking about the reasons why. Just what it's about, and so I was saying that I put up the point that a lot of Black people, not talking about now, it's more they're more informed now, but growing up for me in the late 80s or 90s and things, we celebrated because it was my grandmother's gonna be off. She's gonna barbecue. We're gonna get a couple of fireworks. She's gonna get her drink, and I know it's gonna be grown folks, and I'm gonna get away with a whole bunch of stuff because what I'm saying, it's gonna barbecue. And I got my little 4th of July outfit from Kmart, and I was proud of it. Had my little pinwheel that was red, white, and blue, and I blew that sucker. But I didn't say I was celebrating. Ooh, we free. I didn't know that's what we were doing. So I'm just saying, I think a lot more people may have been doing it for that reason.
Well, but we watched the parades on TV a little bit, and
again, it's
Yeah,
just
and it's
something to
okay.
watch.
Black folk got a funny. We have a weird type of. We're the biggest patriots in America. I don't care what
Oh yeah,
nobody
no,
say.
I
Because
agree.
anytime a people in a country enslave you, you forgive them and fight for them and
Yeah,
die for them.
absolutely.
You can't nobody question your patriotism,
Right.
and you got the right to criticize that country into perpetuity.
Right.
Period. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that's how I feel about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know.
Look at Sean trying to. Sean, you need to come on and be on the show. You giving us our points to talk about now. Look, he don't.
I mean, he's on it because that's what we.
That's what we're
talking
gonna talk
Don't
about.
make me
I'm
put
just
the.
saying.
Don't make me put the interview link in the chat.
Why not? Come on, Mr. Gale, CG. Because you can talk about the good. You're part of Good Black News, so you can come tell us what good black news you got going on too.
Right.
But yes. So yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's what we're
I don't
talking
know where
about.
it's gonna post. It should post everywhere. I don't know.
It is.
All right.
It was YouTube, Facebook, and I think Instagram
I don't know
as well.
if I went to my Baba Amin where he is.
Yeah, there's.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more. Fortunately, a lot more of us are waking up. I like this right here. You know what I'm saying? Next we gotta stop CP from rocking the European cross. Who is CP?
Colored people.
Colored people.
Christian people, colored people. One of them.
Don't get in trouble.
She's
don't
so
need your mama calling
messy.
you. Don't need your mama calling you.
Come on.
Don't be on there with your uncle talking that heathen stuff. Don't be on there with your heathen uncle. I love Steve. He tripping.
Sound like it too.
Yeah, you know, but yeah, man, yeah. We let them go. We let them European guys go. We be all right. You know what I'm saying? We be all right. But like you say, a lot of us are waking up. But I ain't gonna lie. Some of these woke people I want to send right back to church.
Some of them need.
Some of them need to go right back to church.
Yeah.
Some of these folks walking out of church don't know where they walking into, and they getting crazy.
They getting pulled in.
Yeah,
They wasn't ready.
They going crazy out here in the world. You know what I'm saying? I look up. They at the freak. They at the freak off with Diddy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Talk about.
Eyes free.
I was actually just entering another dimension. No, that's just a deep way of saying you freaking off. You know, but. Some of these folks need to go back to church. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
All right. Like if you leave the mosque, you know what I'm saying, keep your discipline with you. I'm just saying. Some of y'all get out there and go way out there. You know, but we do need to give that up. We need to know where we're going. You know what I'm saying? All right then. Cool. We're just talking about bringing this energy on the water. This is the only way we know how to do it.
And that's what it's gonna be. Y'all be ready.
We got the
y'all
cruise.
be ready.
We got the cruise coming up. Y'all get ready.
And what's the brother name? Mr. Tell the other brother be ready, because I'm ready. Space, but you renege and give me my books. I'm ready for all of that.
Don't let the black power fool you.
Come out.
You know what I'm talking about?
Come out.
Black power fool you. We gonna talk noise with the best stuff.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Part.
I'm just saying, Ebony Noir, you know, you take us out the hood. You can't take the
hood
out of us. Y'all can see the hood as something to be escaped. We see the hood as essential. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Baby.
Something to be embraced. You
I'm
know,
trying to rhyme and get bars.
that would have been dope. I was quoting a quotable. It's all good.
See, he's so deep and
no, you straight. You straight. You're doing your thing. All right then. So yeah, but yeah, y'all definitely. You know, we got some waking up to do. I think an awakening is happening, but it's always like that. You know, especially
every generation has their awakening.
Yeah, and when we get a real racist president, we get real black.
You say that all the time.
Tell me Trump 2.0. Thank you.
It's true.
Remember Trump 1.0, right? Cass was going afros on TV. Don Lemon all of a sudden look at an afro.
That women went natural.
Joy Reid was rocking her braids and all that. And then when Biden won, she got a perm. He cut his hair and ended up getting fired and everything, right? They went back. Like when we get somebody in there, we say it's not racist. We won. Boom. But
we let our guard down.
We let our guard down. You know what I'm saying? But Trump get in that shoe, bro. People be calling me, man, what we gonna do, Bob? I'm like, God, dog. Last time I saw you, you was eating ribs. What? Last time I saw you, you was eating ribs listening to NBA Youngboy. Now you black power all of a sudden, you know. But ain't nothing like some good old fashioned racism to scare some folks back into themselves. You know.
Again, we know the cycle for our people so much and so well is what I mean. We should do the same. We know the cycle for them as well. Utilize it.
We should just be us all the time.
We utilize. I'm just saying, even the cycle for how they do things. The historical. We should be able to navigate.
White people.
Yeah,
but you know, we are masters of navigating whites too.
I'm just saying, navigating it more on a level where we participate, navigating where we are more on the offensive instead of the defensive.
Right, I feel
That's
that.
What I
mean. Yeah, I feel that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was deep. Yeah,
Thank
that was, you get a sound effect for that. That was deep. Hold on. Oh no, not that one. How about this one? Yeah, we'll give BJ Air Horn. Now, if your point weak, we're gonna go this.
I like
Okay,
that.
but
I
if your
like
point
that.
is strong, it's this. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, that was heavy
Yeah.
right there. We got to go on the offensive,
Yes.
man.
Yes, we
You know
do.
what I'm saying? Let's be this all the time, and make people respond and react to us. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. You know.
Yes.
Anna says she hates she missed a celebration. He graduated from mortuary school with H-Town. Andre, my nephew Andre. All right, that's what's up, man. Andre and Andrew is burying everybody in Fort Worth.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My uncle.
already had.
Well, now Andrew, Andrew is the mortuary ninja. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He doing his thing, but now Andre just graduated
Dopeness.
from
Well,
mortuary
congratulations,
school. That's what's up.
Andre.
I'm proud of my nephews, man, and they really
Take
be
care
there for.
of. Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
they really be there for families.
For the
you know what
for
I'm
the
saying?
the hood.
Yeah. You know
They
what I'm
didn't,
saying?
and
They
I
helped
don't
us
want
with
to
they helped us with mama. They did mama.
They did my
You
mama
know, they
too.
grandmama. They did your mama. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
I don't want to.
shout
I don't
out.
want to call them the next somebody, but they y'all getting it. Let me
Nah,
just
they
say
the first
that.
them.
Good.
So the gal we used to have, that was the popular person in Fort Worth.
We're not doing.
You know, all kind of rumors came out on them. God bless the dead, Lord. Hammer, y'all. If you from the funk, you
Y'all
know
what we talking
They
about.
rhyme with Gregory Linson. Gregory Linson. That's what it rhyme with. That's what it rhyme with. You're from the funk, you know what I'm talking about. But he did his job.
Yes, he did.
He did his
And
job. He was
he
actually a
looked
member of Umoja for a little while.
Right.
You know, I did some organizing with
See,
us. I
he
ain't
looked
tripping.
out for the.
There's the great Sierra Artemis in the house.
Hey, Miss
You know what I'm
Sierra,
saying?
one of the
What's
great
happening?
MCs, voice and funny. I mean, my sister, she be doing it.
Oh man, she did that Tina Turner.
Man,
That
she
was dope.
is off the and she said she had to put her sneakers on so she can be doing the moves. I know that's right.
Yes.
And when she talking about doing the old folks move, when you know how you just move around a little bit.
Right.
I felt that.
She did a masterful job. She did a masterful job.
Yeah, her and Akintunde. Yeah.
What's up, Gary? Hey, y'all call Dale. That's the brother. That's the real estate genius right there.
Brother,
You know what I'm saying? The kid Dale is in the house. His daughter's actually Operation Reconnect, the Uhuru Academy alumni. You know what I'm saying? So shout out. You know, hey, if you own a business, make sure you put the link in the chat. If you have a website, put it in the chat. Y'all, we can't spread the dollars if we don't spread the word. You know what I'm saying? So put it in there. This is an unapologetic support black owned businesses space. All right. So that's just what that is. You know, I get tired of Rutaski always agreeing with you.
Thank you, Rutaski.
Brother
Rutaski. I mean, it's not agreeing with me. It's aligning with the truth. It's aligning with the truth. That speaks to his spirit.
He always, I say, get me in trouble all the time.
Y'all take turns.
We do, because I get him every chance I get with his queen.
I think sister look at you every time your number pop up like, oh, she roll her eyes just like I roll my eyes.
You start roll your eyes. I know y'all tripping, but that's all right.
Did you answer your call, Brother Rutaski?
That's my partner. All right, baby. Let's talk about this thing, though, man.
Hold on. And sister, we love you, we greet you, we honor you, and you always with us. I got to take a shout out for him. This is what we about to talk about.
Okay. Ooh, I never. That was water, y'all. All right, here we go. Let's talk about.
That's some tough water. Nah, let's go.
Let's talk about the Diddy trial, right? I think this is the biggest waste of a media-based trial ever. Like you talking about distracting. Nah, OJ, somebody really chopped them white people up. See, that was a murder.
And you saw I saw you wrote as my OJ. Somebody. You said somebody.
No,
don't put
no,
that on.
I didn't say bigger than OJ.
Okay.
No, this wasn't big. I remember OJ.
So no, I'm saying you don't think it's you think that should have been as publicized as it was?
No.
Okay. That's what I was saying.
I mean, it was gonna be because the level of celebrity that he
and
is.
He's black and
you know what I'm
white.
saying? But I mean, okay. But Diddy kind of wrote that book for itself in a way too. Like he said,
you talking about now for him? I was talking about OJ. That's why. I was
you went back to OJ.
No, I'm just saying.
Dynamic. Yeah. No, the political racial dynamic from the OJ trial is not here with the Diddy trial.
Absolutely not.
Right,
yeah,
because when OJ went on trial, black people welcomed him back in. Like he started going to black churches again. I mean, a black person couldn't breathe on OJ between
Because he said,
1976
I'm not black,
and
I'm just OJ.
1996.
I'm just OJ.
Right,
Just
right,
a OJ.
right. Between 1976 and 1996, you couldn't give OJ nothing black. I don't even think he liked Black Eyed Peas.
But that's
during
what they
that
all
time.
do to
Right.
us.
Well,
They all do that.
a lot
a
of
lot of
them
them do
do. A lot
that.
of them do.
Well, all those who don't associate when it comes down when they get in trouble, then that's what I'm saying. They return,
Yeah.
and all people, it's like we're the
Baby,
validators.
I'm gonna tell you something. Access to money and fame will drive people crazy. And when you black, you know what I'm saying, and you don't come from much, you know, you don't. It's hard to say what you will and won't do when you get, especially you hang around them folks, cause them folks is wild.
Very wild.
They wild. They put stuff in front of drugs in front of you didn't know existed. You know, like, oh, what is this cocaine? No, that's called cocaina. And huh? It's only you only find it in Bolivia and you know and all that. So it gets wild out there. And when you get a little something, people come for it, right? So yeah, so like with Diddy, man, I think that, you know, cause I'm from that era.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from an era where it was kind of okay to objectify.
Yeah, it was.
It was okay to kind of own people.
I like
right?
you said he was from that era because I am younger, but I am from there.
Just a little bit younger.
I am
Like
from that
yeah,
area.
just a little bit younger. You remember all them songs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Taxi actually agreed with you on something. I just wanted to point that out, Brother Taxi, that you did agree.
He
with
did.
him
Yeah, I'm
on
gonna put
something.
that right there. Boom. Talking about smoking mirrors with Diddy. Cause it was more of a distraction.
Right.
You know, now I personally believe that it's a part of a war that he's in with the liquor companies.
Of course.
I think
Pissed off
the people
the
you
wrong-
party and partner with, they got information on you. When you try to walk into a door, go somewhere, they open that file.
Absolutely. When you
Now,
try to go
did
into
you
ownership.
provide them with the ammunition?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It so they open that file on you, just like Bill. That file got opened up.
Yeah.
You know, Bill Cosby almost went his whole life. We did not know he was freaky deaky with the volumes, and you know, we knew he hung out in the Playboy Mansion. He wasn't in there playing chess. Yeah, he wasn't writing Fat Albert episodes with Hugh Hefner.
No.
You know, he was in there doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But what happens? You think these folks are your friend, and they open up that file on you. Like, yeah, watch what happens to you when they find out you a freak.
Or do they think that they're friends, or do they think that they're on the same level as them?
I think that they might be confused as to what one is towards the other when you're dealing with powerful white people. You know what I'm saying? You know, you want to feel like you on that level. You know, you want to feel like that they're your friends. Matter of fact, when you're doing business on that level, it's like you calling yourself family. You know, you family now. You family now. Come on, you hugging and all that. And it's all about love until it ain't.
Right. And
when it ain't, they lynch you. They show you how they think about it. You know what I'm saying? And for all of Diddy's wealth, what this showed us in 2025 is for all the wealth, the power didn't come with it.
Did not come with it. It did not. And especially if, again, you're going against them. Then no, you have no power. They trying to show you. They trump you. You got
no
this.
pun intended, but pun intended.
Oh shoot,
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so, Bobby Task, there's a ring that he didn't kiss. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, don't you know you do freak offs and we got tapes and everybody got tapes and all that baby all in the garage. You know how easy it is to crucify your name. Jail ain't got nothing to do with it. You know how easy it is to just crucify your name. And you know what I'm saying, seize your intellectual property and all this kind of stuff, and you know, they put him through the ringer, denied him bail. You'd have thought he was John Gotti or something.
Denied him bail.
And
made that dude sit there. This dude came out of white.
What, a year and a half?
It seemed like it forever. His hair is colored by Binah right here. Right there. Let me see. Right there.
Yeah, but
that's where
but
his true color had to be shown.
I'm finna say he was already gray when he went in. He didn't have access to his midnight cocoa bean.
Right.
Yeah. They don't let you take your midnight cocoa bean into the prison with you.
Man.
You know, and so
it never ceases to amaze me how we do get so much of a when we start running and assimilating and
Mhm.
being able to integrate with them how we think we are one of them when that happens it's like and then a lot of those who want us who made when they were here with us they speak that language of
Mhm.
us and what our this and what we want but then when you get there it's like no I'm not they no longer speak that language until they have to show them it's like oh no okay
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I still need to identify with these black folks because that's what I am still. You still
well, yeah, yeah, yeah. But my thing is like, I think that celebrities could do more for the black community.
Oh,
Right, right.
absolutely.
And so when they get it, when the rich ones get in trouble and they start saying, I hate to see that my own black people, I'm
Mm-hmm.
always like this because I'm like, you weren't doing a whole lot for black people in the first
In the
place.
first
Now,
place.
Diddy did launch the Revolt Network and was getting into that, you know what I'm saying, and that sort of
But
thing.
that's when he because he needed us. I think he was going through the thing with the liquor people, isn't it? Because it ain't Revolt is
No.
not that old, right?
Yeah, but Revolt, that wasn't an issue with the liquor people. His issue with the liquor people was that he wanted more ownership.
I know that wasn't the issue. I say that's when he was going through. So he came and he got to do something black
Mhm.
because he was starting to fall. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
starting
maybe
to
he
try
saw
to
it coming.
return to the black
Yeah,
people. Yes,
yeah, maybe
that's
he
what
saw
I
it
mean.
coming.
Yes,
Yeah, maybe he saw it coming,
yes.
and he was like, let me go on and
Mhm.
embrace the black
Mhm.
community because
Mhm.
I'm gonna need the black community
That's right.
here in a minute. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But one thing about it, once they show you hit a woman on camera, it's gonna be hard to
That
get
was
support.
it.
Out
That
with
was
supporting the black
it.
community.
Yeah, that was it.
And I don't even think the context really mattered. His
Mm-mm.
crime was hitting Cassie in the hall.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
That's what we've been trying him for.
Get on
That's
being
what the
on
public,
camera.
right? Even though this wasn't a new thing, for a lot of people had forgot that this had happened a long time ago. That had dropped out of the media. You done
Yep.
paid a settlement, the
Mhm.
whole 9
That was
yards.
done with.
But when
Yep.
that resurfaced, that became the trial
Yes, sure did. But
for
that's all they
the
need for
for our
black people.
community.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, that's all we
That's all we need. Hit that girl like that. Yeah, he did all that stuff. Hit that
with his
girl.
freak ass.
Mhm.
What? Well, you knew that before the
Yeah,
rules
hit that
before.
girl like that. Yeah, he did. He did everything. Hit that girl like that. And they, we got pissed.
Right.
Yeah, black folks got pissed.
Women wanted to escape and
Yeah, I put that
threaten
up there,
them and
because
put
that might
them
be some women might have
mental
wanted to
tor-
escape.
Some of them, sis. I'm just saying,
lock them up.
niece. Some of them did. Some of
Right.
them knew what they were doing.
Right.
That's
Because
just point
the
blank
freak off
period.
wasn't a trap. It
No.
wasn't like, oh, you're in my lair. Surprise, we're having a freak off.
No.
From my understanding, a lot of the women were hired to
That's
be
right.
there.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? And so
And they will return higher. So that means
Right,
you've gone
right.
to others, so you knew what was the
Right.
possibility to happen.
Right. Now I will say this because this was a part of the industry and it still is, right?
What?
Sexual manipulation and sexual exploitation goes on in the music business.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Hollywood period.
I doubt because Cassie's case in point. Cassie is somebody whose goal was fame.
She chose
Her goal
Diddy.
was fame.
She chose
and
Diddy.
and so she was manipulated in the sense, that I'm promising you're gonna be as big as Beyonce.
Okay.
You're gonna be as big as such and such.
Okay.
But you got to do what I tell you. You wear what I tell you to wear. You be where I tell you to be. The abusive producer trope, right?
Mhm.
That exists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That exists.
Right.
And Diddy looks like that kind of cat.
Right. Right.
Even when he came out with the band.
Yes.
And they made them walk and go get them bagels.
Oh my
See,
God.
that's what
the kind of stuff
that's
that
what people really started getting mad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? About everything.
Right. Sister
Now,
Christina.
black men do care. Some don't.
Black
I
men.
do. So black men don't care that he hit Cass. But as far as the freak offs, it was mental abuse. He used that to manipulate them into thinking he loved them. Okay, all right. Okay, so now it's finna get a little thing. Y'all, maybe my view on relationships is a little manipulation goes on in every relationship. A little manipulation goes on in every relationship. You used to look at me a certain way to get me. And when you got me, you didn't look at me like that no more.
He might be telling the truth, y'all. I'm just saying. He might be telling the truth. My bad.
Yeah, but yeah.
I do better.
Yeah, but I'm sure there was mental manipulation. But you gotta be careful because you start making mental manipulation a part of sex trafficking or a part of sex crimes,
Right.
then a whole bunch of people
Right.
can get sued
Right.
and go to jail. Soon as a man dog you out, you're gonna be like, he need to go to the pen.
Right.
He mentally manipulated me to think that he was gonna be faithful, and he wasn't faithful.
Uh-oh.
Or I could say, nah, she mentally manipulated me, but she really wanted my money. But she made me think that I loved her, but she wanted my money.
Yeah.
That's mental
Yes,
manipulation too.
You're right.
Right?
You're
So
right.
that's not a crime, but you best, if they push that into, you know, into the realm of criminality, manipulation, oh man, come on now.
Yeah.
Now I can understand the power dynamic.
Oh, yeah, that's
I can
a
understand
part
the
of-
power
yeah.
thing. People exploiting power, because that's
Right.
capitalism.
Right.
People exploiting power and getting you to do things that ordinarily you wouldn't want to do because they're in a position of power.
Right.
That's why the boss gets fired if he has a consensual relationship with somebody underneath them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In most companies,
She said it's different when you for broke. It's different in a sense. It's different in a sense that you sometimes you have to choose from. It's kind of like it's not life or death. It's like it's. I understand.
I get what you're saying.
I
get what you're saying.
understand.
But when money's not the only thing that puts somebody in authority over you, right? And so when you're talking about a male-female relationship
You
and
ain't
money,
got none.
and he ain't got none.
No, I'm saying if you don't have none, anybody with money can manipulate and be.
I didn't say that. Money can, but when money ain't there, right? Someone can
Oh,
still
you can
manipulate
still- no,
the
no, no,
other
no,
person,
you're right,
and
you're
there's
right.
still a power
Yes.
dynamic there.
Yes, you're right.
Especially if it's a male-female,
Yeah, you're
the
right.
assumption is that the man is the head, and
'Cause
he
it's a
manipulated her.
It's
that
a
sort
lot
of
of
thing.
relationships out there. Like it's a
Yeah.
lot of age inappropriate relationships. There's a lot of that's why we got sugar babies and sugar daddies and all those things,
Right.
and vice versa with the women.
Right.
That is out there,
Right.
and that's amongst broke people.
Right. So
You
she got
know, so,
to realize Diddy is just Ray the hood gigolo with money.
That part. That's it.
Right. And the thing is, though, the repercussions for leaving somebody powerful and narcissistic can be just as great. But now we can't gloss over how many brothers are harming sisters in the hood, how
Absolutely.
many murders are happening,
That's right.
how many people are being killed
Yeah.
right now
Right.
in relationships. We can't gloss over
Right,
that. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
A lot of women would say, "Shit, I'd rather be Cassie and get 30 million and take one beating
Okay.
than
Okay.
Jimmy Ray coming down here with a gun.
That
Because
part.
he gonna kill me
That
and
part.
kill himself because
That
I
part.
broke up with him.
That
Or
part.
he know I'm still seeing my baby daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it all
You're
depends
right.
on how you
You're
look at
right.
it. You
You
know,
are
who's
so
who's
right.
actually more dangerous? That man who ain't got nothing and nothing to lose, or this man who loses control, but at least at some point he gonna say, shit, this is a little too wild, even though Diddy didn't know when.
He didn't say.
Yeah, he didn't have a safe word.
He didn't know.
Evidently Diddy didn't have a safe word.
Oh my
You
gosh.
know, or he ignored it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So there are different dynamics.
It
Man,
really
shout
is.
out to my brother Kevin Pup Smith in the house, Super Bowl champion Dallas
Whoop,
Cowboys
whoop.
in the 90s, man. You know what I'm saying?
What's
That's what I'm
up?
talking about. That's my brother, man, my former manager and good friend, good brother. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, baby.
Bobby
Just
had
flow.
a lot of different lives, y'all.
Yeah,
You heard the cats having 9 lives. He's the cat with the 9 lives.
Nasdaq,
Yes.
Eastside Puppet Dog
Oh,
Unlimited
my
Records.
goodness. You see how
in
fast
the
he went
house.
back to the hood? You see
You
them
know what I'm
little
saying?
gang
We don't
signs?
stop. Oh, wait a minute. They didn't see the E.
little flicks
East
of the hands,
side,
he's
baby.
still
The whole
trying to
world
do
come
it.
from the East. But yeah,
Oh.
I like what Barbara Tasker say.
Mhm.
We only know what's been revealed. If he did it once, it happened more than once.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely. We
yeah.
know that.
Yeah, did it
Yeah.
once more. Now I didn't follow the trial like every day.
Yeah.
Christine. I didn't do that. I don't got time for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, they charged him with racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking. They was trying to hit him with the RICO piece and the trafficking piece. And so
Yeah.
I'm waiting on the organization. I'm waiting to know
Right,
if it's
where?
RICO, what's the organized crime element
Right.
in all this. And
And-
I said, okay, so this is them destroying him.
That's part.
You know,
That
which
part.
okay, that has to do with his business, who he's dealing with.
Right.
They opened the file on him. They came and got him. What it's not about is justice for women.
No.
You ain't gonna never convince me
No.
that the prosecution and the system
Even if they didn't
was
find
doing
them
it to
guilty
find
of that,
justice
it wouldn't
for
have been.
women
It
or
wouldn't have
anything.
been that. Right.
It wasn't about
It wasn't
justice.
about that at all.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's not about
But they
that.
put that out there so that the public, especially
Right,
the black
right,
public,
right.
would
Yeah.
go on that,
Yeah,
would
he was
run
tried
with
in
that
the public.
part.
Like, he was tried in the public.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So he was
yeah.
only found guilty of transporting individuals for prostitution.
Yeah, he got found guilty for trick.
And that's, I mean,
Yeah,
he's
got
a
found
John
guilty.
now. That he's a
Yeah,
John.
He got convicted for trick. You know, all y'all out there tricking. Be careful, watch out. And so he ended up doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I know the embarrassment, all that, and I ain't crying. I ain't really crying no tears or anything like that, but it does show there's so many lessons in there about how power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And it also shows that, hey, because he was approaching $1 billion in his net worth. He was over $500 million in his net worth, and it didn't protect him. You know what I'm saying? And that's telling as well.
He was approaching that, and it didn't protect him, but and also he needed to not be able to maintain that. They needed to he was gaining too much power that way, not even talking about publicly and all that, but financially, business wise, he was getting too big for his britches. And then I looked at it like, again, even with the R. Kelly case, these are things that black people have known since it started with these people. And we weren't as outraged. It was a whisper, as though we needed to whisper, what could we do? And because people will say, well, what could we do then? Well, what can we do now? On social media is the only thing that making us feel like we got some kind of power to do something, because we're able to voice our opinions.
Right.
But what did we do then? There's nobody outside, protesting.
They were protesting for Diddy. There was protesting for R. Kelly too.
You talking about now. I'm talking about when it was first going on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
He always have some fans outside free R. Kelly.
No. So what I'm saying is that, so I don't want it to be misconstrued that, and hey, music is music, but anyway, to that we got to be, as black people, that, and especially those who see that we're looking at the factual parts, and we look at everything whole, that don't lump and say, oh, y'all just lovers of y'all lovers of that, y'all what's the word I'm looking for, implicit, or that you condone it. That those things that R. Kelly or Diddy did, that's not what this is. What I'm about to say is that we have to look at it from the whole thing, like you was talking about the other reasons behind it, and not get so emotionally caught up in saying, "Oh, he did this to the black people, he did this to the black girls." I looked at what I saw, and where I'm getting to is that I looked at his family. We're not thinking about the man being a family man. He has children that he's taking care of. Mm-hmm. They first of all tried to bring his son in and said that they were guilty of something as well. Number two, do we not understand the things that go on that has happened for him and his family, his daughters and all that? And again, I'm just looking at it as a human. No, I'm just looking at it as a human thing, because Ray and them go, they children feel the same way as missing. If something happens to Ray, he go jail. However, I'm just saying we're not looking at it. I'm looking at it. I'm not saying I'm looking at it. I saw that, and I had to humanize it that way, to say that his children, his family are suffering as far as that energy and that negativity as well, and the loss, maybe the loss of their own legacies as well, their generational wealth and things of that nature
is threatened.
It's threatened. Mm-hmm. It's threatened, and and even just the embarrassment of it, and the attacks that they get as well. And I'm saying that to say also, Diddy should have thought. I mean, Diddy didn't think about all that ish, doing all that, because they do have to deal with that. They're gonna have to deal with that.
He did think about it. He just didn't think nothing could stop him. He didn't think this would get him. He didn't think this would topple him. Powerful men don't think, or men who think they powerful don't think they're gonna get toppled from beating and being freaky. They don't think that, because he didn't see that part coming. That was par for the course.
But lawfully, he shouldn't. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
I'm not
unless
saying
he
it's
was,
right.
unless he was
Morally,
actually,
he was
unless he was
wrong,
actually racketeering and sex trafficking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But if he wasn't actually doing those things and just hiring prostitutes and doing ultra freakish stuff, he didn't think that would be enough to take him down. Hell, Hugh Hefner did it for a whole career.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, praise for it.
Yeah, put it in a magazine for everybody to see it.
Had all the important people at his place. Had
freak
off.
Put movies on with sex in the movie.
He was an original freak off.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So these cats get up here, they don't think that that's going to be something that's going to harm their legacy. He didn't think that.
But again, they quickly showed him that you are not him. You got the different hue than Hugh. You got the different hue, and so he can't benefit the same way.
Well, you dance with the devil, then that's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
When you invite him in, just like center shows, when you invite him in, baby,
you invite him in. That's just what it is, man. That's par for the cost. That's the cost of doing business,
right?
On that level with who you're doing business with. You know what I'm saying? And that's what capitalism is. It's the shark. It's sharks out here. Ain't nobody crying. Right. It's sharks out here. And so we'll see what happens. I don't think his career is over.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. I really don't. I think nowadays you can get away with just about anything.
Probably
if
so.
you come out alive, all I gotta do is lean into it. If I was him, I'd just start a sex platform.
Right.
Call it freakoff.com. I patent freakoff.
Don't give him my idea.
You don't think he ain't already talked about that?
Hey, well, why are you talking about it?
Man, they ain't already said, man. You think he ain't already said that?
Baba Amin's supposed to think like that?
Yeah. I'm common sense first.
Yeah,
that's
what
leaning. I ain't gonna be walking around here with a scarlet letter on.
Right.
Hi, I'm Diddy. I just want to apologize to everybody for being super freaky and poop. Man, I'm gonna lean right into that and say, I'm out, y'all, and I'm still freaky. What you about to do? Have a freak off? I mean,
yeah.
But I'm just gonna make sure everybody there is hired legally or whatever. We're gonna do it in Vegas,
right?
Where I'm moving to Vegas,
where they getting paid to do it anyway.
Right. I'm moving to Vegas. Everybody gonna have their sheriff's card.
Get their sheriff card
and do what they got to do. At least I heard that's what they got to do. Get their sheriff's card. But yeah,
y'all look that up and y'all be like, "How did Baba Amin know that?"
Do you work for the same people that got Diddy?
I'm just being messy and petty.
So, but I don't think Donald Trump is president. Diddy can recover.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is.
Okay.
Partner Charleston White, one of the hottest people on the internet, and he say anything. He's proven if you just lean into it, you can survive. Because just as many people, because in today's world, it ain't about who like it, who don't like it. It's just about who watching. All you want is the view. You getting the views, then boom. There's no way if I'm Diddy, I ain't coming out with some music.
You're right about
once
that.
I get home.
You're right about that. But and we was talking about Cosby earlier. I saw a clip with Cosby on some show with Timpson.
Yeah. I heard about that. If it was people outside the trial dousing themselves with baby oil when he got off. I'm telling you, y'all, we live in a different world. Y'all think
celebrating that.
Ain't nobody walking the streets and people looking at them going,
no.
That don't happen no more.
No. It make a hole.
Ain't nobody gonna call Diddy and say, you can't come to church.
Right.
Hey, that's not that ain't finna happen.
So many churches offering him, come on.
It's certain networks he probably can't be on, but really everybody wants the first Diddy interview.
Oh yeah.
That's journalism.
That's done.
You don't think what's her name? Gail, what's her name?
Ooh.
Oprah friend.
Oh yeah, Gail King.
You don't think Gail King sitting outside there going out, like I got to get the Diddy interview. She did the R. Kelly.
Sure did.
Yeah.
And
they gonna go at him. They gonna go at So it's all a business nowadays. And so that's it on the trial. But he got off on the more serious charges, and then they got him with 2 counts of transporting individuals for prostitution. I guess he should have got him an Uber. Then maybe got when you get a prostitute an Uber. Is that the crime?
But it's his credit card.
On his credit card, yeah. I think one of the Ubers was Cass's name. I think one of them. One of them Ubers in Cass's name, because I heard the male prostitute is suing both of them. He's suing both of them like, they both transported me.
And see this, and again, I hate that but I believe that's what it is.
Rich black
a lot
people
of
get married again. Rich black men and women Stop hiring them. Because now they can sue you and say they manipulated.
So you just
Go
giving
get
away
your
all
wife.
the jewels, ain't you,
No, they need to calm down. Got these NFL players, the NBA players, this 22 years old, these 40-year-old Instagram model baby mamas, and all this kind of stuff going on, man.
That's
and they falling forward left and right, and they're like, I got to have a baby in California because the child support laws is different out there. So all this
everything's
stuff
a money grab. It's a capitalistic society.
Well, and black men, it's what we get. Don't think I'm one of these dudes that's like mad at the women. You know what I'm saying? They just get back because if they wasn't trapping you, you be trapping them. Not maybe with babies, but you knocking them down, using their body, flipping them every which way, and ain't committing to them. So now you got a generation that say, I don't even want the commitment. Only commitment I want is that child support commitment.
And that's
and that monetary commitment. You got some of them, baby, that be like, well, okay, his daddy Future. His daddy Usher and his daddy is Jamie Foxx or something. Yeah, you got somebody got multiple children by multiple celebrities, and you know what I'm saying, and that's how they live. That's how they become personalities behind that.
And there's no manipulation. These are choosing this. So that's why I say.
But see, that's my thing. Why they can't sue them for mental manipulation? I'm 22 years old.
That part.
I just got a multi-million-dollar contract,
and
this 38-year-old seasoned kook come over here and blow my nose wide open because she knows stuff that my 21-year-old college girlfriend has no idea that the human body can do. And so now you got these young dudes. Just because I got $1 million don't make me mature.
Right.
So yeah, man. Yeah. He say, look, King Hercules say one wife won't be enough. But that's to each his own.
Yeah.
To each his own. Right. You know what I'm saying? As long as y'all honest. I ain't got to. If everybody agree, then y'all do what y'all got to do.
Anna say, hell, Drea 20 years.
Her baby, she's 20 years old and her baby daddy. Yeah. Old enough to be his mama. Hanging with his mama.
That's
probably see his mom say, girl, then when we had free Nick together.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
It's a whole thing out here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And, you remember when that used to be shunned? They used to call you gold diggers and all this stuff, and you better not. I mean, you go,
Well, they still do, but now it's a compliment.
But that's what I'm saying.
But no, they be acting offended, though. Like I saw one come on and say, I'm tired of everybody saying that I'm just a gold digger. That ain't what it is. It's not my fault that these famous men like me. And they just want to be with me. I everybody know I fall in love and I love hard.
Right. Stop. I'm not thinking that's what you
I love hard. And then, these men come in and act like they come. So, yeah, they know what to say. They know what to say.
Yeah.
They get pregnant, take pictures with the baby bump and all that. And I ain't going to lie, because I'm old school, y'all. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, though. I'll be looking at some of them and say, yeah, but you ain't fresh. Like, you taking pictures like you a new pure mama. And you're not really that. Like, that's
what?
Like, how they say you ain't supposed to have baby showers after a certain amount of babies. Or,
whatever. I don't believe that.
You don't believe that? Because I just be looking at some of them and be like,
no, that's
like,
just one
how much of a real occasion is this?
Well, that you can say, and that can be true. But as far as deserving of it, then every baby deserves. You can do that. Every baby you deserve to do that. That's what you want to do.
You right, baby. You right. I didn't mean to go there like that. But sometimes I'll be looking at them like, you ran through. I shouldn't do that.
But hell no. It's not. I mean, yeah. Well, sometimes.
Maybe I should. Maybe that's the hood to be. I love the black woman. The black woman is God. But we've made being run through cute.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not cute.
Right. And a certain aspect of our culture is elevating that. Magnum music is about getting that money. And it's about, Cardi and them is about what you can do. And like she got her new man.
And it used to be a stigma. You used to get done bad and scarlet letter and hot and done. If you had three different, you had multiple baby daddies.
Yeah, man. Now,
you got clowned.
I saw it.
And this is the thing to do now.
Yeah. To my Baba. I'm just saying, man. I just be looking confused. I
Take
don't
the
have no
nigga out
answers,
the
y'all.
hood
A
and
lo-
not the hood out the
no, a lot of stuff going on. I just got questions. I ain't even got answers. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like I
you
don't
right.
understand. You know,
Right.
Cardi and Offset split up. Then Cardi start going with the football player. You know, the next thing Offset is seen in the club with the football player, baby mama. And what in the wife swap is going on? You know,
Well,
and,
they did that.
then,
They did it with Bow Wow and somebody did it. What's this other Lil Wayne and who that other dude? They did it with Nivea
Right,
and
right,
them.
right.
That's the age old. I'm finna flex, see who nuts bigger and all that kind of stuff. That's what that is. It's
Yeah,
just that's just generation. Don't act like it's new.
But I think too, man, that sometimes women be like, you know,
we just more implicit.
implicit, but now it's called empowerment.
That right, and that's
Right,
that's not
so now it's called
empowering,
like
y'all.
they're rooting
You're
on Cardi, be
absolutely
like,
right.
yeah, she
You're
getting it
absolutely right.
in, and yes, she's probably
And that's the
and
wrong
I hope
kind of
she's having,
woman's
I hope she's having a
empowerment.
great time. You know what I'm saying? But what does she really want? Ultimately, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? And so you know, yeah, like
Yeah, that's
when I
wrong.
see women, I see women on posing on social media, and I don't know how this stuff get in my algorithm, but I see women posing on social media.
Oh, you don't know how? You didn't think I caught that, huh? I was reading them comments. I said, well, hold up. I don't know how. Yeah, I know how. Normally, when I click like or love on something, it's going to come back something similar or not. Yeah, that's what that means.
It's rare. It's rare.
Oh,
But,
my hand itching.
but it'd be like this, baby. It'd be like big old split right here
He
and
know he gonna
cleavage out.
describe. He don't remember a whole lot, but he remember this stuff. Go ahead.
And they'd be
finish.
like, I love how God kept me. God keep me and honors me, and your pose is this.
That's
like, I'm like, what is going on?
Well, because she knew, like, you gonna look.
That's not empowerment. I saw one post, and
You say you're gonna look anyway. I might as well get you. I'm gonna do it on my own.
One post, the sister was mad because the dude went in the comments and talked about her booty. She's literally in a bikini and got the camera going up to the booty, and she looking back like this. But her message was, I'm glad I don't look like what I've been through.
Put it in phrase and put it in your mouth. Then we'll know what you live. Open your mouth. We'll know what you've been through.
Yeah. Like, I'm glad I don't look like what I've been through. So, okay, that's an empowering message. You've come through it all, right? You've come through it. But that's not what you're showing me. So dude with a thing say, bam, I love that thing right there.
See.
And she in there, white thirsty niggas got come into my comments and start talking about my booty. It was a whole booty pic.
I mean, that's what she wanted. We're not gonna pretend that.
I'm pressing charges, manipulation.
Yes.
See?
Yes, it was. It was sexual manipulation
right there. Yeah, so I'm just saying, man. Sometimes
men be they salivate. You
I'm
know what to do to make them salivate.
Yeah. Talk about what you're doing.
Don't show.
Yeah, just talk about it. Don't y'all like my titties? Just post that.
Right, just be straight up. Just be straight up.
Just be straight up.
I'm feeling like good about what I got on today, y'all.
That's it. Y'all see how I got them popping
right.
out? Like, do that, but that ain't what it is. That don't be what it is.
But I prefer that. That's honesty.
Yeah, they be quoting Yana Van Zandt.
That's so stupid. That's stupid. That's what they call pick-me's. We know about those kinds. The chat blowing up. What we missing? I like to read the comments. So,
you know what I'm saying? People laughing because he crazy.
Hold on.
People for Hodier Oba. What's up, man? You know what I'm saying?
People for Hodier.
Yeah, but nah, man.
So that's why I should have
what
my
you get?
own
Where your
phone.
glasses at? You don't
don't
need no phone.
No
you need glasses.
Don't anybody told you. Let me see your glasses. No, just
she be doing that too. Like,
you know y'all been together a long time. Where your glasses?
Let me see your glasses. Then she bought them old real girly glasses. I can't even borrow your glasses.
You can't borrow mine.
Yeah.
But what they saying?
Yeah, Rutas said something about been through his behind. I don't through her behind. Been through your behind. He talking about
he's so like he's saying been through been through my ass. Like you know how you say like whatever. That's what.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get him in trouble.
Oh, I thought
he didn't mean nothing.
I thought he saw that post.
Nah. Oh.
I thought he saw that post.
He messy, Rutaski. Oh, he messy. He messy. Don't let him get you. We know you. I know what you meant. You trying to take his words and skew them. It's like petty. What these words? What these comments?
Yeah, baby. I already did all of them.
You look real
Shout
fast.
Shout out to the black man, Robert Nelson.
What's up, brother Nelson?
What's up? That's the greatest salesman in the world. Period, y'all. If you need a consultant, a business consultant, somebody help you sell your product and get you in that right mind frame. Robin
It
Nelson.
really is.
Oh man, when I get my sessions, I come away like, oh, I can sell icebox to an Eskimo.
Yeah.
Easy, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody, King Son was saying his mama was some and his dad was 35. I saw that.
Oh,
16,
my mom was
35.
16, my dad was 35. When
Yeah.
they met, it happens.
And it's acceptable. I mean, I think
Accepted, not
it's
acceptable.
accepted. Yes,
Yeah,
it's accepted.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But it was taboo and accepted because it was like kept to
Mm-hmm.
come. But now everybody just putting it all like business out there. What?
Yeah, no, but it happens.
Stop being
Yeah.
yes.
I don't know what he's talking about. I thought he was adding to the conversation. You know,
Whatever.
that's all. But yeah. You know, I mean, there was a time,
Mhm.
baby. If you don't, this the same one.
I can't read that. Let me read my stuff. I'm not bothering you. Still
You
talking.
are now. Wait a minute. You are bothering me reaching across from you. Let me just move my phone. Here, baby. Make it easy.
Thank
for
you. So I can be
'Cause you
engaged. I like to engage with
we engaging with
my
the
people.
All right. So, but we gotta keep going. We gotta keep
Keep
moving on.
going.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how we see about the Diddy trial and all that. So let's see what's next. With him in the drama around his life, you know what I'm saying? So, and like we said, it's a bigger thing afoot. Just relationships and all are just looked at different. You know, this generation and everything is so transactional. Particularly in the celebrity world, you know what I'm saying? Cats still trying to fall in love in the hood. I seen them. They still trying to fall in love, and you know, but I you know, it's like when we have nothing, we try to act like the people who got something, and then we start trying to take on their attitudes that don't really fit the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Don't really fit the situation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we got to watch what our young people see and the influences, that sort of thing.
Right.
You know, because you know, boys are planning on baby daddies and baby mamas. They're not planning to have wives.
And I bet we
now
talk to the girls, right?
Baby
That's
daddies.
why I'm about to say.
They're
I
not
bet we
planning
talk
to
to
have
them.
husbands.
Yes.
They talking about my baby daddy's gonna be like this.
Because I want to be kept.
All my baby daddies gonna have money.
They want to be kept now.
You know,
they want to be sugar babies. That's what they're working to be, is sugar babies.
Yeah, because I don't think they say kept. That's a real old word.
Well, they brought the mirror back. I thought maybe they bring kept.
I don't think they brought kept back yet. That's
okay. Well, I'm older. I'm a woman that's know some things, and I was raised by my grandmama, so I ain't ashamed.
You been kept. Not me. I mean,
kept down. The way, what they call it, not kept down. He's not keeping me down, y'all. That's not what I meant. Kept back. No.
Kept is kept.
Oh. I needed to have been specific. And I was manifesting these things.
She said kept down and kept back.
Scratch that.
Right. No, can't scratch it. They're out there forever. This is on the internet.
Just kidding. JK.
Cracking the armor. Oh man! Woo. All right, man. What else is going on? What else is going on?
There's a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people about to lose some possibly
now,
lose some benefits.
Trump
Y'all go get y'all stamps, stack them up. Don't be spending all your stamps. Y'all better start saving for then, just in case. Go get all your checkups. Go get your dental appointments. Get your eyes checked. Take all the advantages. Go to the Walmart and go sign up so you can get your Walmart card that they say every year you're supposed to sign up for something. You can get your Oh, I ain't supposed to know about all this.
You heard.
My friend told me.
We work with black people.
My friend told me.
Yeah. But yeah, so you know, Trump, and it's a trip because he's such an asshole, right? Like, you got this bill that's supposed to blatantly favor the rich, harm the poor, and you lean into it so hard, you call it the Big Beautiful Bill.
That's crazy.
That's the official name. It's not a Make America Great Bill number. So he called it, this the Big Beautiful Bill. Before he read it, he's got the Big Beautiful Bill.
Anybody who can say curse like he was cursing by Iran and then Pakistan, whatever, Israel, he can say that and people gonna be all right with it.
Yeah.
We didn't get to talk about that. I forgot about that boy cussing stuff on TV.
Oh man, that was. But I'm gonna tell you something.
President?
Yeah, that was dope.
It was so low. It was
that
low.
Was dope.
He is such.
Yeah.
They looking at him like he
Trump,
is.
That was the coolest shit he ever did.
That's so low hanging fruit.
I never felt more connected to a president than in that moment when they say neither one of them know what the fuck they doing. damn,
What they
I
fighting
liked it for
for?
10 seconds.
What?
Oh shit, I love that. I ain't gonna lie. That of all the complaints I got about,
Oh,
that ain't one of them. When he said that, you got two countries that been fighting so long, they don't know what the F they doing.
fighting for.
What the F they doing? I say, God, cuss them out. He cuss
Yes.
both of them out on
Cuss
TV.
them out.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that.
Pierce
But yeah,
witness. You right. That's what we would. Bob and I was just talking about. I'm glad that we grow our food, and I'm glad that we already on well water. We do think we already know how to take care of ourselves holistically, and Black people know that as well. It's instinctively that we do that, and we just got to be forced. A lot of us happen to be forced to do it.
Right. My prediction is that if a lot of these protections go away, that we're actually going to get healthier as a people. I actually think we're going to get healthier. I think our infant mortality rate will get better because we're going to start having them at home. You know what I'm saying? Call her Uhuru Mama. You know what I'm saying? Our diet's going to get better because a lot of the things that are killing us are 100% preventable.
That's it.
You can prevent diabetes. You can prevent cancer. You can prevent. There's a lot of things.
High blood pressure. It's all about lifestyle.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In the medical system that we're engaged in, they just make money treating the symptoms to keep you coming back. It ain't no different than a dope house.
There ain't no difference.
Ain't no different than a dope house.
Yeah.
We don't. Oh, there's no cure for high blood pressure, but you can take blood pressure pills.
Right.
It don't cure your blood pressure. It just brings it down when it goes up. But if you get off the pill, your blood pressure shoots through the roof because now your body is calling for what? Calling for the pill, but you're not. But if you change your lifestyle, you don't need a pill.
You don't need it. It won't. It no longer will be there for that pill to have to work on. You won't need that.
Right.
Nothing.
Right. Yeah. And so if we are forced in a situation where we can't afford to go to the doctor, all we're gonna do is be the doctor. Right. We've been the doctor anyway. My mama used to tell me that the white doctor would come to their house, and they had a white doctor would come to their house, and when he couldn't figure nothing out, he'll tell them go see the witch doctor.
Woo! They knew better.
And they would go to the witch doctor or whoever did hoodoo, and the hoodoo lady or hoodoo man would get them right.
Right.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just using herbs.
Yep. Nieces say that 80% of cancer is lifestyle and 20% is genetics.
And 20% is genetics.
I
right?
believe that.
So whatever we do, whatever they do,
right,
between us, the creator, and the ancestors, we gonna turn it into a win for us.
Right.
Now, when they start snatching, because you know it's more of them on it than us. So when they start snatching it from their base, that's what I'm interested in seeing. Because there's already been a MAGA backlash.
Yep.
A lot of the talking heads, Tucker Carlson, and turned on Trump. Even the sister, Candace Owens.
Yep,
she done turned on Trump. She came out and said, "I'm embarrassed that I told people to vote for him." Because he got them he got them in foreign wars. He said it won't be no more foreign wars. Jump right into that. And then this bill is supposedly adding $3 trillion to the debt.
National debt.
To the national debt. Right? And so, yeah, man. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, you know. And then Trump talking about a third term. Right?
And isn't he writing in? He's trying to write in somewhere you can't get rid of the president or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think what he don't understand is that he could be Diddy and Epstein too. Yes, he could. Right?
Yeah.
And when your base starts turning on you, when these jokers start turning on you, it is what it is. There's already been 2 attempts on his life on the campaign trail. Shit, that supposedly, but that might be the setup for the setup, because some people are more valuable dead than alive.
Absolutely.
To your base.
Absolutely.
When Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, passed away, the caliphates didn't cry. The people who were using Islam to conquer and enslave was glad he was gone, because now I could twist his words. Now I can turn him into what we want him to be. Dr. King's assassinated. United States government hated Dr. King. But as in his death, though, they said, well, we're going to embrace him because then we could control his message and control the message. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just studying history and just judging by history. When your base start turning on you, somebody going to say, you know what, he'd be better as a symbol.
Well, y'all playing these games with these people who've been doing this for centuries.
So
experts at this.
So just watching how history plays out. You know what I'm saying? But the big people, but hey, them rich people problem. Big beautiful bill though.
Thank you.
You know, I don't know. You know, I'm gonna go check in it. You know, I know America's tradition is to tax workers and don't tax wealth, right?
That's
Protect wealth and tax workers. You know, because you know you could be rich in your wealth. Anything you make outside of your worth, right? They don't hardly tax that. But every dollar you make gets taxed. You know, so that ain't changing. That ain't
that's
changing.
The way it works.
Yeah, that's the way it works. That's the way capitalism works in the United States. You know,
Yes.
but black folks, all we gotta do is come together.
That's it.
That's all. That's all. The more they do to us, the more they're gonna push it towards each other. The more they push us towards each other, the more we're gonna realize how much we love each other, and we're gonna make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I look at that. You know, I ain't scared. You know, no, yeah, we've been here forever. We've been here forever. We've been on this planet longer than anybody.
And we ain't going nowhere.
Right? We ain't going nowhere. We tied to the earth. Hell, if black people disappear, the earth gonna crumble.
It's gonna crumble and die.
It's gonna crumble and die. All the trees gonna die. Everything. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, man, that it is what it is. You know.
Yes.
So we just get out here and be smart. Do what we got to do. We'll be all right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Speaking of what we got to do, what we got coming up?
Oh man, let's see. Oh, you know what? We got the Gullah Geechee Fest.
We do.
You know, in Defusky Island.
Yes,
you know
we
what
do.
I'm saying? Featuring 803 Fresh and us.
And us.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And others too. Them the two headliners.
Right. I'm about to say, there's somebody else.
But yeah, that's going to be July 27th.
Absolutely.
Right? July 27th. See if I can find the.
Oh, yes, because I am going to be doing something because I'm dancing there as well. So I'm double duty that day.
You there.
Double duty that day. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, that's gonna be real cool. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dr. Yogi.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Dr. Yogi, one of the organizers of the Gullah Fest. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I know where the picture is. I want to show it. You know.
All right, I'm glad I'm looking all right now.
Oh, you looking great. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, thank you.
All right then. Cool. I know I had it as my what's her name at one time. You know, so
as your profile.
You're trying to look at it.
Oh no, I'm not talking. No, I was just like.
Yeah, you got to.
My bad. I'm supposed to keep it going, y'all. While he's doing that. We are going to be this July 27th. It's going to be at I want to say Hilton. We'll get the right island.
The Defusky Island.
I don't see that. We're gonna get the flyer and make sure we get you the right location.
The
but it's gonna be on July 27th. Of course not. It's July 27th. The culture expressions of Uhuru will be there as well to open up the ceremony like we've done with Juneteenth and Baba Amin and I don't know. We're gonna be DOK and Eminent Essence or Baba Amin and Mom Nkoyo that day or the UA, but we'll be there doing our thing.
I can be all that same time. You have a problem with it because you're Aries. You need one name.
I do.
Yeah,
at one time. Outwardly anyway, because my characters and my multi personalities, they all like to appear on their own. They don't like to share.
I have to be multiple people. Yeah, you know, I'm married to you. I have to be multiple people to get through this.
Well, that again, like I said. I got multiple people that need to be catered to, but they just like to be out at one at a time. But anyway, we're gonna be there, and I think you're also shoot, that's the picture we won't show. But we're gonna be doing the that again. Gullah Geechee, the Gullah Fest is talking about the Geechee people. The Geechee people are one of the aren't they a part of like the first people that were like brought here to the Americas from
coming into the port of Charleston
and slave trade, and so
you cooking.
Thank you. You know, so they were able to retain a lot more of our traditions and our culture as well, and by language and all those things, and they had been lost in the sauce for such a long time, and they coming back. I think he got a Geechee, y'all.
I think I'm a Geechee too. I think I got Geechee blood, but I was studying today. A lot of people don't know there was a second Middle Passage.
Really?
That happened here.
Really?
Right. Like the slave ships, like, a lot of times the Moors will be like, if the slavery happened, where are all the slave ships? They don't realize that transporting slaves over the ocean was outlawed in the late 1700s, early 1800s. But that wasn't necessary because the black woman's womb became a slave ship.
Shut your mind.
In other words, you had a product that had babies. So we don't need to bring new ones over. We're breeding new ones right here. And so when the United States decided to start expanding west, right? They took slavery out that way too. Remember when 1776 hit, it was just 13 colonies.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? But when they started adding Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, all the way to Texas, they took the slave economy with them. So between like the early 1800s on up to the 1850s, before the start of the Civil War, over 1 million black people were transported from the eastern United States throughout the South on foot.
Yeah, is that
on
the
foot. It's called the Slavery Trail of Tears.
Slavery Trail.
It is 20 times bigger than the Native American Trail of Tears. And it was a 1,000-mile walk. If you was on your way to Arkansas from Maryland, and they did it in the summertime, men, women, and children.
Suckers.
Right?
They suck.
Right. So a lot of black people got to Texas by way of South Carolina, Georgia, these states. So a lot of us, especially those of us from East Texas, just may have Gullah Geechee blood in us. Because that's how we got out there. Yeah. So it's an honor to be a part of Gullah Fest. We're gonna get up there and do our thing. We're gonna do Rebellion, which is a tribute to the Stono Rebellion, the spirit of resistance in our people. So definitely looking forward to that. Tickets are available at bit.ly/GWine.
GWine.
I don't think Genuine gonna be there, but GWine.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 15 for adults, 25 for VIP. 5 for children, 1 to 5, historic Mitchellville Freedom Park. So definitely looking forward to that. So that's one thing we got coming up. We may be heading to presenting at the Teaching Black History conference in the University of New York in Buffalo. Looking forward to that. That's the 25th through the 26th.
Said what? No one ever.
What?
Going to a
Teaching Black History conference
in Buffalo,
New York. I've never been to Buffalo, but I have been invited to present there. So definitely looking to do that as well. You know what I'm saying? And UASC is having a farm festival or something here soon, right?
Yes, they are. They're having the Uhuru Farms Festival. I think it's the 17th. I want to say July 17th.
Yeah,
like that.
UASC International. So got that going on. The UACI STEM camp is happening right now.
Yes, it is.
We just finished week 1. Gonna do week 2. Want y'all, bring us in, coach. Get your UACI STEM camp in your community. You know what I'm saying? So got that going on. Got new music. Got new music we working on, y'all, and release. New website, babaamin.com. Y'all definitely go check out babaamin.com. And I'm going to put it in the chat too, right? We decided to create.
Is coming soon, y'all.
It is. She hasn't stopped to celebrate babaamin.com yet, but it's okay.
Woo,
it's
okay.
Woo, woo.
I said
okay.
Woo, woo.
It's what it is. But babaamin.com, go check it out. That's what we're gonna be selling the music, merch. You can book me to come speak as well, and all that is there, right?
Our music would no longer be.
We say no longer, but we never really got into pushing our music on mainstream platforms. We got some that's on there, but we're gonna start moving our music exclusively on our spaces.
Because we got some dope stuff, and we're talking about some dope things, and we need y'all to know about it. We're doing you a disservice by not letting you know what we have.
I say, but we be doing ourselves a disservice if we released it like everybody else and just put it on YouTube and all these other places, because that's our intellectual property. And they're just they get paid every time. We got to get 1 million people to look at it before we get a dime. And I'm not trying to get into no situation like that. I don't want views. I want supporters and impact.
We don't
period.
want views. We want supporters.
I want real supporters. I'd rather have 100 people that I know is gonna buy a $10 worth of music a month. You know what I'm saying? Than 10,000 views.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thought right there.
We're not looking to go viral because we already viral.
We viral in the right way. We're actually viral in the community.
Well,
you know? Yeah. I'm not arguing. I'm agreeing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But we got some new stuff, y'all. One of them is Rebellion. Rebellion is available for download right now on babaamin.com. Right, you can go there and hit shop, and you can check out Rebellion. I'm gonna play Rebellion right quick. Okay. Y'all check it out.
Check us out.
Speak through me, ancestors. Speak through me. Jimmy Kato was an African warrior who refused to be a slave. Back then, enslaved Africans knew who they were, and they did everything they needed to do. Ran to the hills, burned the house down, anything they had to do to not believe that they were slaves. I pretend to be a Catholic, but Ifa is what I practice. If we truly share the God, then why would they attack us? My captors speak Portuguese, I understand the language. I vow to never speak it, cause it represents my anguish. Months on the slave ship, weeks on an island, still haven't broke the warrior spirit I'm disguising. My people call me J-May, others call me Kato. They call the river Stono. They say that if you follow, that you can find Uhuru, the end of all your sorrow. A whisper in my ear,
We burn Massa House tomorrow.
Congo yetu, yumbane kwa roho zetu, nili pikana kume, kwa Uhuru wetu.
Asante, my descendants, will you make my spirit welcome? The spear was my tool, but my culture was my weapon. Please repeat my story, cause I will not live to tell one. I achieved my glory when I heard them yell rebellion. Asante, my descendants, will you make my spirit welcome? The gun was my tool, but my culture was my weapon. Please repeat my story, cause I will not live to tell one. I achieved my glory when I heard them yell rebellion.
For us, freedom was 200 miles away at Fort Mose. We just got across the bay when at night, forcing the fight where they lay, the fright, knowing they might not see the day. We were strong, some of our own we had to slay. They were wrong, spiritually gone and led us straight. I want my throne, this was never my home. That's far away, I'm not alone. Spread out the bones and got our shade at the dock. They tell us to stop, we face to face if we escape. I know they too scared to give a chase. I put Chumo in the ground, fed blood go down my face. Cold water, swim daughter, try to keep the pace.
Asante, my descendants, will you make my spirit welcome? The spear was my tool, but my culture was my weapon. Please repeat my story, cause I will not live to tell one. I achieved my glory when I heard them yell rebellion. Asante, my descendants, will you make my spirit welcome? The gun was my tool, but my culture was my weapon. Please repeat my story, cause I will not live to tell one. I achieved my glory when I heard them yell rebellion. Rebellion.
Dopeness.
That's that rebellion, y'all. A tribute to the Stono Rebellion. You know, before the American Revolution, we was already fighting for freedom.
I love that song.
We was already fighting for freedom. You know, 1739. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I love that
come
story.
on, 1739, Stono Rebellion, Jimmy Kato. You know, fighting for freedom. At that time, you was fighting to get down to Florida because the Spaniards promised freedom to black people if they made it to Florida and protected their colony. During the Revolutionary War, the British promised freedom to black people if they fought for the British. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we've been fighting for freedom. You know what I'm saying? The whole time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we still fighting for freedom.
Never stop.
It never stop. It's never stopped. We ain't never been fighting. You ain't never not fought.
Right.
Fought back. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so rebellion pays homage to that, because if it's okay for George Washington to fight back, it's okay for enslaved Africans to fight back. If it's okay for a rich aristocrat that owned other human beings to fight and say we're fighting for freedom, like Thomas Jefferson writing a Declaration of Independence saying all men are created equal while owning men as property, then it's okay for all of our every ancestor that we had, whether they poisoned a slave master, ran away, learned to read, chop some heads off, whatever they did, they were 100% justified in doing what they do. And if America's not as patriotic about our fight for freedom, why should we be patriotic about the United States fight for freedom?
Ashe. All right now.
That's how I feel about it.
Give thanks. Give thanks. I don't know how to pronounce that first name. Is Pierce Witness Charnel said it will. Is that Paris? It's a A. P-E-A.
Yes, but she makes the screen because she say will support.
That's right.
And that's what it's all about, right? No, when you support us, you supporting the movement.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? She said she loved the machete. Oh, yeah, that was a hit. They almost got us kicked off stage.
So did. Spirit led. Yeah. I was like, man.
The stage manager was like, oh, my God, you can't bring a machete on the stage.
He was nervous. Yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah, but you know, we can sing about being sugar daddy.
I'm a warrior. That
So
part.
yeah. Some of the music we play is like, but then when we get revolutionary, everybody start clutching
Right,
their
clutching their
pearls. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
so no, I'm embarrassed you where you embarrassed me at.
Hey,
You know,
come out. That's
so
what my
great
groom
stuff.
said.
Great job. Great job. All right, man. Look,
Man, this was great.
I
I
had
give
fun.
thanks for y'all hanging out with us. And it's been a while. We've been away. You know how when school start, we kind of we gotta focus again. We gotta put our head down, do the work. But it's summertime now, y'all. Woo! We outside. We outside, as they say. We'll see y'all next time.
Oh man, yo, this has been He Say She Say. I love this black woman.
And I love this black man.
We out, y'all. Peace.
Peace.